The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw it last night, Wednesday, September the 2nd at 8/7 Central. The segment is being brought to you by BET. So September the 2nd at 8 Central, BET brings you twice the fun with the new episode of Tyler Perry House of Pain, followed by 2 episodes of new comedy series Tyler Perry Assisted Living. Make sure y'all watch that. I'm so ahead of myself. Listen, so it looked like people can finally put the whole Boy Is Mine feud to rest. Now, everybody wanted to be down last night with the Brandy and Monica Verzuz, so don't take it personal. It never really was a battle. Just 2 Grammy award-winning hit makers who gave us some of our favorite songs from the 90s through today. And if you watched the Verzuz with Brandy and Monica last night, live from Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, y'all need to get at me. Phone lines are open, 866-9-RICKY. Call me. I need to know what you think. Now, the part that you saw last night, Brad, what were your thoughts?
Man, it was so good. It was so good seeing them together. They told you everything about their relationship. They threw a little shade every now and then. I think the culture won last night. They hadn't been in a room with each other for like over 8 years. They talked about some old times. I mean, they played hits. What About Us? Everything to Me. Full Moon. So Gone. I Want to Be Down. Don't Take It Personal. Angel in Disguise. She Was. And Almost Doesn't Count. And Baby, That's Just Why I Love You. If anything, we was just going back in time thinking all of the good times before COVID and all the great things that we shared. But it was great seeing these 2 iconic women together, and the battle is over. And come to find out, it was never really a battle until the song blew up and the world made it a battle.
Right. That's a good analogy of it. I love that. Roxy, what are your thoughts?
Man, I sat there and watched the whole damn thing. Like, for real, because the stories that they was telling for each of the songs, and they both really admired each other. The whole time we all thought that they was going back and forth, but they really admired each other. Brandy always wanted to work with Monica from the get-go. And when they was singing each other's songs, that part right there got
Powerful.
me, man.
Me too.
And every now and then, if you paid attention, they would sneak back into, like, when they were 15, it was like 2 little girlfriends, teenage girlfriends going back and forth and just giggling and chuckling along with each other. Then they'd get back serious like they grown. So it was like a
Senator
sitcom,
Kamala
man.
Harris came on, Ricky.
She
came
really?
on. Yeah.
Michelle Obama jumped on.
She praised them. It was so many. Everybody was on that thing. Everybody.
1.5 million.
Yes.
Is that like the biggest number?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
It was the best one. It was the best one.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be taking your phone calls up next, and then Special K got a list for the Verzuz with the ADHD. He going to do a quick version of that. The ADHD Verzuz that's going to be coming out soon as well. Special K is going to be announcing that. All that and your phone calls coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
Listen, man, it looks like people can finally put the Boys in Mind feud to rest. Everybody wanted to be down last night with Brandy and Monica on Monica Verzuz. It was so off the chain. Don't take it personal. It never really was a battle. It's just like 2 Grammy award-winning hit makers who gave us some of our favorite songs from the 90s on through today. And if you watched the Verzuz with Brandy and Monica last night, live from the Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, listen, you was in for a treat, and I hope you enjoyed it. I want to know what your thoughts are. Let's go to the phones. 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKY. Good morning.
Hey, the Verzuz was really, really good last night. It was good to see Monica and Brandy squash everything, go out and do their thing. It was some moments where Brandy was like, well, Monica was like, hey, don't touch me, don't say that. But it was a very, very, very good Verzuz, and I'm proud of both of them. Their numbers were amazing last night.
I absolutely loved it. 2 living legends. The fashion was popping. The music was hot. They had a huge catalog. Do it again, ladies. Black Lives Matter.
Man, it wasn't even a battle. It was more so a vibe. My whole entire existence, I'm 30, and my whole entire life was made seeing 2 icons who both have performed with Whitney Houston, and just they put their differences aside and just ate last night. Man, they ate.
Yo, the battle was dope. I loved it. I had honestly got to give it to Monica. She was seasoned at such a young age. Like, people just forget that, you know what I'm saying, when she did For You I Will, she was, 17? Like, she sounded like a grown woman. She killed it. They both look beautiful. I loved it for the culture. 1.2 mil. Let's do it again. They need to do a whole tour.
Right. I totally agree. Now, somebody tweeted, I read it earlier, April Williams said that Brandy made music for girls with two parents, their own room, wrote in diaries, and went off to college. And she said Monica wrote songs for girls raised by their grandparents and aunts, shared a room, and with their cousins fought all the time, held brothers down while they was in jail, and pledged Delta in college. She said, I said what I said. That's from April Williams. I laughed at that damn tweet.
She ain't never lied.
I swear. I swear. Now, Special K, you got a list of, because that versus lasted some hours, right?
Yeah, because they had a lot of hits.
Yeah, because we don't know which was the longest, that versus Aretha Franklin's funeral. So, they need to come out with a versus. They need to come out with a versus for people with ADHD. You know, we need it, we love it, but we don't need for it to be that long. What they need to come out with, Kate?
Okay, if you come out with another versus, but it's for the people who ain't got that kind of time on their hands, they just need some very short battles. We need to have like Chucky Booker versus Jesse Powell. That'll be a good one.
Right.
Lucy Pearl versus Coffee Brown.
Right.
Nivea versus Tweet. Adina Howard versus Sunshine Anderson.
Damn.
Cassie versus A. Marie. Jaquan versus Chameleonaire. Jade versus 702.
No, man.
Uncle Sam versus Rome. Hate and Envy versus Ghost Town DJs.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but how quick are those verses, Kay? What would you have time to do?
Yeah, these verses, you got time to cook you some microwave popcorn and your popcorn pops. That verse is over with. You got time to lay your baby down on the bed to change his diaper. Watch the verses, go back, finish changing his diaper, and he ain't gonna roll off.
And who else versus who?
As Yet versus the Rude Boys. Soleil versus Blue Cantrell. Soul for Real versus High Five. Tony Terry versus Sam Salter.
Hell no.
How about Diddy can throw this one? Danity Kane versus Day 26. How about we go back to the 90s and get Black versus Cut Close?
If you
really want it. How about H-Town versus Shy?
No.
Yes.
Come on now. H-Town versus Shy. You walk out to the mailbox, check your mail. By the time you get back in, that versus is over. Jay Holiday versus Tell Jordan.
Right.
This is how we do it. Yes, sir. Ruben Studdard versus Justin Guarini in the battle of the American Idol favorites.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Ruben
Justin
versus
Guarini,
Justin.
that's Sweets, right?
It's the sweet one. Yeah, it's the sweet one. Hey, would that be included in his catalog? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes, it would.
The sweet one be included? That'll be included in his catalog?
It's the sweet one.
Yes.
Okay, so we reaching out to the people at Verzuz. Please take these into consideration. Please take these into consideration. Everybody don't have an hour, 2-3 hours on their hand to watch these real hit makers. And we need something for the D, E, and F listers in the game.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So please, let's take that under consideration.
Rickey, Smiley, the morning show.